Yo, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be getting out onto the brand new Japan Reserve just before release tomorrow, and we're going to be getting you guys a little quick guide put together, just showcasing some spots where you can find all the brand new fish species on the map. And just before we start, big up to EW for granting us early access this weekend. We've had some fantastic streams. I would have done more, but pregnancy we've got a pregnancy in the family, so yeah, it just slowed it down a little bit. But this quick guide is going to give you a lot of head starts, showing you exactly where you can find every species on the map, guys. So sit back, enjoy, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all in stream next time. Peace. Right, guys, first things first, the Japanese eel. And before we get started, this is a quick guide for you guys, but as the week progresses, I'm going to get guides out for every single fish species on the map. So if you are interested in catching up with them, there's going to be a guide every day if possible. I'm going to do my best to do it. So yeah, keep your eyes out for them. Make sure you have the notifications turned on, and you'll get them immediately through on your YouTube, guys. But to start with, we're going to start with the Japanese eel. Now it says upriver, middle river mouth, liver, minnow, swim bait. And I'll show you where I've been catching these guys during early access, and it's just around the starter dock. You can catch them. I think majority of this river system, you will catch the eels, guys. Once again, the hook size I'm not 100% on because we haven't got that far into it, but I just use small hook because these guys are very, very tiny fish. So like a size 9 or a size 8 hook, preferably. The second species on the list is a Japanese freshwater crab, a really nice addition to the game. Really, really nice addition to the game. And I was lucky enough to get a gold, and I'll show you the location where I got the gold from. But you find these in a lot of waters, guys. But where I got the gold freshwater crab from, so reference the starter outpost when you get onto the map. If you just come north, you'll see this little tiny lake up here, and that's where I got the gold from. But you will find these crabs in majority of the waters, guys. Sometimes these monster fish, I've never enjoyed fishing for a fish as much as I did do with this. When we did a little stream with Scarecrow the other day, and we were just hauling out some big tame, and then my PB at the minute is 114 pound, and I've been catching these guys on a 55 pound setup, and they literally are beautiful. The colors of them change with the varieties of the fish. It's just amazing to fish for these guys. But these are some really good spots that I'm going to show you now up north. Which lake is it? It's this lake here. So reference the starter outpost there, come north, and then you'll come to this lake here. And I was catching them from here. This is where I had my 114. Crow was pulling out a lot of gold from in there, and I'm sure big up to Pooch over on Twitch who got 135 pound diamond from that location there, guys. Next on the list is the northern snakeheads. Now, I didn't think there was any variations for these guys, but there is a lot of variations, and the change is the mottling on the side of the fish. So that changes. You'll have different pattern variations on the side of the fish. Now, these guys are crazy good fun to fish for. I was catching them on a size 7 or 8 bloodworm, and I was catching quite a few of these guys as well. Unfortunately, we've only had silvers. We've only had one diamond this early access weekend. It has been the catfish, but we will get into that clip. I'll put the clip in this video, guys, as well. But regarding the snakeheads, I'll show you where I've been catching these guys. So this has been on and off stream. Reference to starter outpost here. If you come far west, you'll see this tiny little lake here. I've been getting snakeheads from there. I've also been getting snakeheads, once again, referencing that starter outpost. Just come north here. I've been getting snakeheads from this lake as well. On to one of my favorite fish so far. I think it's one of the best looking fish on the game, not even just in this map. I'm thinking in the whole game at the minute. It's a Japanese dace. The colors on this thing is crazy beautiful, and I have caught a few that have just been all silver. So I've had ones with no variations up to this variation here, which is just a stunning fish to be catching. And these eluded me for quite a while, but I did end up catching in the same spot. I was catching the snakeheads, so the starter outpost is there. I was catching dace here. I've been catching them in quite a few different areas so the snakehead lakes, really. You can catch them down here. You can also catch them up here. I have not tried fishing from on the rivers at the minute. I'm sure you can catch them up at the Catfish lake, which is here as well, guys. Moving on to the pond loach. Now, these are really all over the place, if I'm going to be honest. I'd be shocked if you can't catch them in any of the lakes on the map, but you can catch these off the starter docks. If you want to have a little start when you come onto the game, you can get Japanese eel from here on this bit of river here. You can get Japanese eel, crab, pond loach, and the white spotted char from this starter outpost. This is a fantastic location to be fishing for the pond loach, guys. And as I said, I'd be surprised if you cannot get these guys from all these little lakes here up in the north. Super nice little fish to be catching. On to the Japanese smelt. Now, I struggled a little bit at the start to catch these guys, and I've learned that you catch a lot more of them with a size 8 tube jigging it. I think I have the rod still set up, do I? Yes, I do. So brass monkey, Bergden, I don't know how to pronounce that thing. 8-pound monofilament, size 7 jig head, and a tube as well. And I'll show you where I caught my gold from. It's the exact same spot we caught the crab. So reference the starter outpost there. If you just come north, I had a gold crab and a gold smelt from this lake, but 100% you catch smelt off this dock here. And I can imagine you can get them there. And I was fishing for them at night time, and I was getting a lot of smelt on the jig head at night time, guys. These things have been extremely elusive, so the Iowa sweetfish have been ones that I've been finding very difficult to catch. I'm lucky enough to catch 1 silver, which is a bit of an achievement, if I'm going to be honest, because they are extremely hard to find. It does say you can find them on rivers, and the only spot I've caught them on the river is where the starter outpost is. If you come west onto this stretch of river here, I've got a marker here, which means that I've caught it somewhere on this little stretch here. What I was doing when I was looking, first got on the map, I was going around looking for where I catch certain fish. So if I caught a fish, I'd put a grey marker on it. So I have caught a sweet fish from here somewhere. But after putting that marker down, I went and fished up in the north, and I was getting them off the starter dock here, and I was getting them off the starter dock here. And I can imagine there's a lot more spots. What's this spot for? Oh, that's the catfish. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot more spots for these guys. So do let me know in the comment sections if and when you do find them for sure. On to the Mguy catfish. Now, I know this is a quick video. I want it to be a quick guide video for you. I don't want it to drag on to be like a 10-minute video. I want it to be super quick. That's why I'm not reading out what baits to take and what hook size, because I'm not 100% sure myself. But if you are interested in finding out what baits they want, if you just press on PC, it says here, tab to inspect. It'll be another one on console, I'm sure. But whatever the button is down here, if you just press that, it'll bring up all the bait and lure preferences here. Now, I had my diamond. I was jigging with a size 1 shad, but we had that over at these lakes up here. So you can get the catfish, reference to starter outpost, you can get the catfish on this river system up here. You can get them from this lake, you can get them from that lake. I did not try fishing for the catfish up there, but I had my diamond from, I'm sure it was here. Now, the chum salmon, these things are extremely fun to fish for. I'm only going to put one spot in here because it's ridiculously good for chum salmon. Bottom right hand corner of this massive lake here, I came down to this outpost. I go out into this deep water here. The best time I've found for these guys has been around 1700, and I were on a size 6 spoon, and it was ridiculous how fun they were to catch. And I caught multiple 26-pound golds, so I'm thinking diamond's going to maybe be around 30-pound. But yeah, starter outpost is there, and just come down to this massive lake here, and these are extremely fun to fish for. Moving on to the koi carp now, one of the best variations in the game. I've not caught one of the same variations for these guys, and these are fantastic to fish for. And the only 2 spots that I do know of at the minute, there's going to be multiple, I know that, but Darth Sloan was catching golds here. I took Crow to this lake up here, and I was catching golds, so I was catching them in this area here, and then I moved down to here, and I had multiple golds from this location, top corner of the map. And I'm sure Crow said that Tipsy went up there, and Tipsy's ended up getting a diamond koi carp, so it is in fact a diamond koi carp location. So I'm just going to flick that on there super quick if I can find it. Feral koi there. So yeah, fantastic location, just top left up there. I'm not sure, you might be able to get them in these lakes, but they're like really hot volcano lakes. So the center volcano there and the top left lake up there, guys. The cherry salmon, we spent a stream on Sunday walking the rivers, trying to find some smart spots. So I walked all these rivers down, well, some of these rivers down here, just looking what we were catching, and I found that down this side here is where we were getting the cherry salmon, this left-hand side river. Well, I didn't go too far north. I came south from this location, and we were catching cherry salmon from there, and I, in fact, got my gold cherry salmon from this pool right there. So if you come far left from the starter outpost, that's exactly where I got my gold cherry salmon from, guys. The Dolly Arden trout. What even is that? That's crazy colours. I need to search that up to see if they actually do look like that. But the fish is incredible looking. It's like a rainbow. It's anyway, amazing. And you'll see that tomorrow when you get on the game and you have a little mess yourself. But some fantastic fishing for these. I was catching the Dolly Arden trout as well throughout some of these little snickets. These little, we call them wetlands, I think you would. I was catching the Dolly Arden around some of these wetlands, and once again over on this left hand side I was catching some real nice Dolly Arden trout. So seems to be cherry salmon. In fact, I also caught my gold chum salmon from over here, or the Kokanee salmon, whichever one you want to call it, which is this one, which I'm skipping ahead of a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. But the sockeye salmon, I got my gold sockeye salmon from the same area that I got my cherry salmon, which is far left of the outpost. We'll cover that again in a second because I feel like I've done it wrong now. But yeah, over on the left-hand side, Dolly Arden, Chum Salmon, and Cherry Salmon. The white char. Now, these things are going to get huge. I've had a £25 silver, so we're thinking like £30–40 for diamond, which is just ridiculous. And these are in big numbers right where I'm stood now. All of this river system here is just chocked full of the white chars, and I mean stuffed green, but I would highly recommend taking some big gear in there here because they fight extremely hard and they get extremely big. Moving on to the Mguy, which is like it's like a common carp, but the scales were a lot smaller than what a common carp scales are, so I don't exactly know what the difference is between a Mguy and a common carp. But for the Mguy, I found out that the top left lake where the koi carp is, that's a fantastic spot for the Mguy. I am in fact going to be going up there and fishing after this video has been edited and put out. I'm going to be going up there and doing a little bit more investigating. But once again, this week I'm going to get videos out try and get videos out daily on every fish. I want to have a guide for every fish on Japan for you guys by this time next week. So if you are interested in watching them, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. Leave the notification bell turned on as well, and you get notified when them videos do go live. The only spot that I found the brook trout, once again, amazing changes with the variations to these guys. They look so much better than what they did. The only spot that I found for the brook trout is the same one as the Chum Salmon, which is in the bottom right hand corner of the map. So that's the starter outpost there. If you just come down here, this area, well, this lake itself is full of brook trout. Moving on to the rainbow trout. I thought I'd caught a rainbow trout and I have not, so I do not know where these ones are, so we're gonna have to pass on this one. But the other content creators, Darth Sloan and Breck CK, I'm sure we're gonna cover this fish as well, guys. So if you're looking for the rainbow trout, if I don't have a guide video out before you need to find one, head over to Darth or Breck CK and there'll be a guide video out for them boys, I'm sure. The last fish on the video is a Mozambique tilapia. So this fish was found, I'm trying to remember where I was catching these ones. There was a little lake, these here. Is it them? Yeah, this lake here. This lake here, there's a jetty. It's not showing it there, but there is a jetty around where that is at. And all that was catching from that lake was Mozambique tilapia. So you can check there for them. I'm sure you get them from here as well, where you get the Darth had his gold koi carp. So I'll just move that so you can see. So these two lakes here, up here, so it might just be the northern lakes, but definitely these two lakes here and that lake for the Mozambique tilapia. I didn't want that video to be super long. I just wanted to get this is more like a where to find the fish video, but I want it to be as short as I can for you guys, so you guys have a little bit of a head start to get out there and find what fish you want. And don't forget to leave a little comment down below, let me know what you're most excited to be going out there and finding. More importantly, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in stream tomorrow. Peace.